Salut! So I tried to make this video twice already. One time I did it on the highway. There was way too much wind noise, so I had to completely junk it. Second time, my mic wasn't working and all you heard was static. I tested it before I left the house today. And so I'm really hoping it's working right now. Because if it's not, I think we're just going to say, screw this video, and we're just not going to get the video. And the video is about, are motorcycles dangerous? That's really the question that popped into my head. Are they more dangerous than cars? And I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say motorcycles are much more dangerous than cars. And I want to get the obvious out of the way first. There's no cage around us. The margin of error is very small on a motorcycle. If you mess up and go down, I mean, that's your body versus the road. And the road's going to win that one. And there are a number of things that could make you go down. Gravel, wet spots, ice, wet leaves, somebody hitting you. If you have ball tires, you're going to low side, which means just lose traction, you're going to dump the bike. This is a perfect example of one of the dangers of riding a motorcycle right here is this tunnel. Nobody ever stays in their lane. It's extremely dark because there's no lights. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to beep before I go in. So people know that I'm here. There was a car there. I'm going to beep before I go out. So if you can't be visible, then make yourself heard. And that's kind of why motorcycles are so dangerous. You're literally invisible to cars. I don't know what it is, but they just can't see you. So I guess this is the perfect time to tell you about my accident on my second day of riding, which was at this intersection up here. I was waiting at the light, waiting to turn left. I was coming from this way. I was waiting to turn left, and I was yielding to traffic. The light was red. It turns green, and I'm yielding to traffic to turn left. And as I'm yielding to turn left, next thing you know, I get rear-ended. He hit me hard enough to kind of jerk me forward, and I dropped the bike. He got out of the car. His excuse was, oh, I'm sorry, I was on my phone because I was door dashing. So you could be as visible as you want to. You could do everything right. You could choose the correct lane position. You could wear high-vis clothing. It doesn't matter because people are constantly on their phones while they're driving. They're always distracted. And there's really nothing you can do about it. Biggest threats of motorcycles, they're literally all around you. They're ahead of you. They're on the side of me. They're behind me. Now, when they're in front of you, yeah, of course it's a hazard. They turn left in front of you. They slam on their brakes. Stuff falls off of them. They're definitely a hazard when they're in front of you. But you can... Oh my god, that bump. I was not ready for that bump. Anyway, you can kind of control those hazards that are in front of you. Kind of with space cushioning, like I'm doing right now. I'm giving myself enough space cushion to react to anything that might happen suddenly in front of me. You could also anticipate people to turn left in front of you. You can kind of just see stuff and be ready for it. Or on our side, when they're on the side of you, you can kind of also be ready for that and just kind of anticipate what people are going to do and kind of just expect that they're going to merge into your lane without seeing you. Now, in my opinion, when they're behind you, that's when it becomes really scary. Because there's nothing you can do to control that. If they want to tailgate you, what are you going to do? I mean, you could speed up, but then you're going to reduce the space cushion that you have in front of you. So now they're just going to be tailgating you at a faster speed. And now you're a sandwich in between two cars. That's not good. Like, I'm about to slow down for a turn right now, and I'm kind of paranoid this dude's not going to stop. gonna flash my brakes a little bit so he knows I'm slowing down. And really, I just got lucky there that he was paying attention. If he was speeding on his phone, doing whatever, distracted by something else, and I started slowing down for that turn, you know, what am I gonna do? There's nothing that I could do, and there's no cage around me to protect me. Even like my situation when I got rear-ended, you don't have to be moving for them to hit you. I was at a stoplight and he was stopped behind me. He knew that I was there, and he still hit me. Now, he only hit me at like 5 to 10 miles per hour and still jerked me enough to drop the bike. So I couldn't imagine if he would have hit me at the speed limit of that road, which is like 45 miles an hour, I think. I'd be either dead or paralyzed. Now, there are a lot of things you could do to negate those risks of riding, though. You can wear high-vis gear. You know, you could wear these armored jackets, put your helmet on, boots, riding jeans, all that, to protect yourself in a fall. But even then, your gear is only going to do so much. Now, right now at this stoplight, I don't really have many escape paths in front of me. So I kind of just gotta stare in my mirrors and hope that nobody's gonna rear-end me here. Now, does that mean you shouldn't ride? No, definitely not. I'm still an advocate for at least trying it out. Because riding a motorcycle, I think, is one of the best things you could do for yourself. I mean, there's no other feeling like riding a motorcycle. We're gonna stop for some go-go juice. Wonderful. I love getting gas on my bike. And you see, I really didn't need gas there. This thing has no gas gauge, and I just started riding, so I have no idea how to tell when the hell I need gas. So I kind of just fill up randomly. I also had issues with wind noise before. We're doing about 55 right now, so I have no idea if you guys could even hear me. And like right now, I'm in some pretty wooded areas, right? So if an animal runs out in front of me, even something as small as a turkey or even a raccoon or something, man, if they run out in front of me and go under my tires while I'm in a corner, something as small as that can cause me to go down. And if you hear a deer on a motorcycle, man, forget it. So I guess really the whole point of the video is just to kind of make you guys aware of what you're getting into before you buy one. And now those were just like some of my personal experiences and opinions. And if you want to go off of like statistics and stuff, I think I read somewhere that motorcyclists were 38 times more likely to be seriously injured or killed in a crash than cars are. And I forget what the number is, but motorcyclists make up a much smaller percentage of traffic on the roadway. So I just kind of wanted to stress the point of wearing full gear, which I'm not doing right now, and I feel kind of naked. I don't enjoy it. But wear full gear, ride safe, pay attention, and always expect people to be pulling out in front of you and doing stupid things, and you should be fine. Another thing you could do to kind of reduce those risks is take the MSF course. I know a lot of people who ride motorcycles who have not taken the course. And for me, taking the course is how I learned how to ride, and I feel like I learned some really valuable skills in that course, like learning emergency swerving, emergency braking, both of which are really important in saving your ass if something goes wrong. And if you can't find a course or you don't want to take the course, go in a parking lot, look up some of those skills on YouTube, and practice in an empty parking lot. You know, motorcycles are fun, but you still gotta work on your skills to kind of prevent some of these things from happening. And it's all those things that I just talked about that make it why it's so important to keep up on your motorcycle maintenance. I mean, you have to make sure your tires always have tread on them, because you only have 2 points of contact with the road when you ride a motorcycle. And there's only two things of rubber that's keeping you from sliding across the road. If one of your tires fails in a car, you still got 3 other ones. If one of your tires fails on a bike, you only got one. You only got one left. And good luck on that. Now, even considering all that, I'm definitely not going to stop riding motorcycles. I'm just going to be aware of those risks and kind of just look out for them. You know, before you buy a motorcycle, you kind of accept the risks that come with it. And you have to determine yourself whether or not you think that the risks that come with riding are worth the joy that comes with it. And in my opinion, yeah, it's worth it. And one of the things I like to do a lot is I like to go on YouTube, kind of just watch a compilation of motorcycle crashes. Not because I enjoy seeing people get hurt on a bike, but I kind of like to see a lot of the common causes of crashes. And then I like to put myself in those situations and see what I could have done if I was in that situation to avoid it. Man, my throttle hand's starting to cramp up. And so what am I going to do right here? I'm going to pick the left lane position because anything could be coming out of these parking lots. You know, cars could be pulling out, people could be stepping out, anything could be happening over there. The traffic to the left of me is far enough away where I can kind of ride in the left lane. Of course, I still got to watch out, you know, for people turning into the turning lane, but I just need to be aware of that. Now, if anything, I feel like highway riding is probably the safest. I think some people might disagree with me there. There's not a whole lot of stopping and going. Most of the danger is going to be in front of you unless you're coming off the highway like I'm about to, so I have to slow down and I'm going to have to worry about people behind me. But I mean, if you're riding on the highway, you can kind of see what's coming. Oh, like there's no slow speed maneuvers where you're going to dump the bike. There's not a whole lot of stopping and going. It's kind of just going in a straight line really fast, which anybody can do. Now, if it's your first time on the highway, yeah, it's going to be really scary. Just 55 to 60 on a bike does not feel like 55 to 60 when you're in a car. Highway speeds on a motorcycle feel like you're flying. Alright, like right there. What was that? And I just felt a raindrop, so looks like I'm getting home just in time. So I guess that's all I got for you guys on the dangers of motorcycle riding. And I'll see you guys in the next video.